In nomine Padri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti. Welcome, everybody, to Sunday Mass. It is Sunday, July 6th at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good things for great people. That's the theme today. That's what we want out of life. You know, there's something quietly universal that we've all felt, though we may not often say it out loud, and that's that we want good things to happen to good people. We want kindness to be rewarded. We want the quiet hero, the honest friend, the patient listener, the ones who show up and stay decent, the ones who try to catch a break, to get the job, to win the prize, to receive the news that they hope for. And while we don't ever really wish anybody harm, not truly, we often find ourselves stunned and even disheartened by how often fortune seems to favor the ones who trample rather than tend. The selfish, the cruel, the manipulative, you know them all. We see them catch the wave, land on their feet, win applause, and it baffles us to no end. It feels backwards. But we know how many good, steady, honest people there are out there doing their best, quietly and without spectacle. People who hold doors open and hold space. People who choose kindness when no one is watching. People who apologize sincerely and forgive freely. These are the ones that we want to see lifted. Not for fame, not for power, but because they deserve joy. They deserve a little ease, a little grace, a little of the magic that too often skips most of us by. And when it does happen, when a good person wins, when our hearts swell, we don't feel envy at all. We feel joy, real joy, for them and for all of us, because it reaffirms our faith in how things should be. It tells us maybe the universe does keep a quiet ledger after all, and that maybe decency does matter, that maybe goodness still echoes, still ripples, still returns. So let's keep rooting for the kind ones. Let's celebrate when the quiet givers receive. Let's make noise when the humble are finally heard. And let's keep trying to be good. Even when it feels like no one's watching, it doesn't really matter, because sometimes the good guys do win. When they do, it reminds us that being a good human is still the most beautiful thing that we can strive for. That's the theme for today. And one of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world is this guy. And that's what the thumbnail's about. It's about this guy. It's about Drooby Doo, one of the good ones. And there's Junie, the beautiful June, found and loved, and just the millionth example of Drew, Heather, and Andrew and how they lead their lives, taking in strays and all kinds of stuff. And good things do happen to him. And that's beautiful Junie. That's one of the great things that happened to him. And he said he really felt as if there was some kind of a sign. And the reason why he felt there was some kind of a sign is because of this. He got a call from the AD. Now, you all remember when he got his Panda Daytona for Christmas. Thank you, Heather. He deserves it. You know, you got a great man there and a great woman. But he got a call today, and I said, well, what did you get? So he got a root beer. Look at that, 2-ton root beer. Unbelievable. GMT Master 2, his very first, on his wrist, looking amazing. Good things do happen to great people, and he's one of the greatest that we have. So let's make a little noise and do a little cheer for a guy that is beyond the beyond. So let's have him confetti burst. Let's give him some stars and some balloons. And another confetti burst for a guy that is the epitome of what we all try to be here on the iBashers. And you know what? It just goes to show you put great energy out into the world. And of course, we're just talking about material things and they don't really matter. But you know what? What a bonus ride that is, you know, because it's so hard. I mean, he got one of the hardest watches in the world to get, the Panda Daytona, and GMT. But root beer's not easy to get, my friends. Not easy at all. But Drew, we love you, man. And thanks for giving me a little bit more inspiration for Sunday Mass, because good things do happen to great people. And that's the theme for today. And that's all that I got to say. So thank you. Welcome to Sunday Mass, everybody. Let's start out by seeing who's in the room. Number one was Panel Power. David Draymond, the frontman of Disturbed, getting booed for signing an Israeli bomb during the performance at Black Sabbath's farewell gig back to the beginning in Birmingham last night. It was glorious. I did not get the pay-per-view, but as a lifelong Sabbath fan, I certainly watched as many clips as I could. There's a lot of crappy clips out there. I'm sure we'll get to see the full thing. I thought for the most part, it was a terrific send-off. Now, for the life of me, I don't know how in the world Ozzy sounded as great as he did. 'Cause Ozzy is he's a great singer. There's no doubt about it. He's one of the all-time greats because he's singular. It's Ozzy. Nobody sounds like him. But he sounded like the best Ozzy I've ever heard last night. Part of that is probably emotion. I don't think that there was any kind of trickery going on. I don't think Black Sabbath is the type of group to do that, nor do I think Sharon is even capable of that kind of nonsense. And they're a live band. And I just thought that his Ozzy Osbourne set was terrific. Maybe a little bit too much squeaking out of Zach Wild. He's a little bit squeak, 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 and whatever. But his previous performance before Black Sabbath was an Ozzy Osbourne set. He did all Crazy Train, I Don't Know, Mom, I'm Coming Home, all those kind of songs. And then Sabbath just killed it with a couple of songs from their past. They opened up with War Pigs, incredible. But they had everybody from Slayer, not my thing. Metallica, not my thing. They were great. Slayer had weird sounds. Anthrax played really early. But they had all kinds of KK Downing from Judas Priest, and I'm going to miss a million of them. Guns N' Roses played, and it was just a really beautiful send-off for a heavy metal legend who, he's got Parkinson's disease. There's no way that this guy can do it. He sat in the throne, how appropriate. And the band sounded fantastic. Bill Ward on drums. I mean, they got back together a couple of years ago and did a final album, 13, without Bill Ward, which was such a mistake. And I'm sure it was Sharon's fault because, she's such a hardcore businesswoman. And, he just said it was an unsignable contract. Because she puts Ozzy first. She doesn't put Sabbath first. And she just, a lot of people who have a lot of ethics don't want to work with her. I was so shocked that Jakey Lee was there. Jakey Lee quite possibly was the guitar player who was there for his most commercial phase, Bark at the Moon and The Ultimate Sin, and Shot in the Dark, big hit. He wrote all these songs, most of them. He didn't write Shot in the Dark, the bass player did, but he got no credit for it because Sharon said either you sign over all your publishing and we credit all the songs to Ozzy, or we're going to replace you. I mean, that's the type of thing. That's why she gets a bad rap. I've read her book and she had a terrible childhood, and God bless her for that. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's just a really, really super tough businesswoman, which is rough. But Jake was there last night, plagued a little bit by bad sound, which was a shame because he's a phenomenal, exemplary guitar player, just absolutely great. One of my favorites, after Randy Rhoads, he's certainly my favorite. And it was great. Now, the David Draymond thing. Listen, I have no love for Disturbed. I don't even care about them. I don't know who they are. I just know Hello Darkness, my old friend. That was all auto-tuned. I couldn't care less, but I watched it. I just think he's kind of fish out of water. He's not the right kind of singer. I would have rather, they should have got somebody like more Birmingham people. Like, I believe, everybody from Priest, they were on the road, so they couldn't, so KK was there. Isn't Duran from there? I wouldn't have mind people from different walks of musical life giving tribute to hometown heroes. I wouldn't have minded at all. But that David Draymond guy, yeah, he's politically, listen, he's just one of those guys that drank the Kool-Aid and just doesn't know. But signing a bomb that's going to be used later on to eviscerate people, I don't think is going to give anybody any kind of love down the line. So I think he should be very humble. And everybody booed him, and he deserved it because, he's inciting violence by who signs a bomb. Yeah, that's a pretty shitty thing to do, Dave Draymond. And I just don't think he's a great singer. I think he's whatever. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm going to talk to you, girl. I mean, that's just a whole lot of junk, I don't really care about that. But I thought it was a great outpouring of love for a person that's given almost 60 years of service. Is it almost 60 years of service to the hard rock and metal and just world? Listen, he's a TV star. I think the Osbournes was one of the very first reality shows that took off like a house on fire. Listen, I saw Sabbath for the first time when Van Halen opened, and they were in bad shape because Ozzy was drugged out of his mind, and they fired him later that year and replaced him with my favorite singer, Ronnie James Dio. And then I became a gigantic Sabbath fan, but then I kind of went backwards and, of course, loved all those early records. They're just incredible. And they're pioneers and they deserve it. And I'm very happy that he got to do that and go out in a blaze of glory. And I don't know how in the world, I guess they've rehearsed very well because they sounded terrific. Bill sounded great. Everybody sounded great. Geezer, incredible. Tony, you don't have to even say anything about him. But I think in general, it was a great tribute, a great send off to a legend. Sold out, amazing giant stadium at Villa Park, where obviously not that stadium is not where they went to matches. As a matter of fact, they never went to matches when they were kids because they were so broke. They grew up in post World War II England, which was just destroyed by the Nazis. So Birmingham got bombed to smithereens. So they didn't get to go, and they didn't really have money to do that, but they've always been big fans, and it was nice of them to headline that. I'm very, very happy for them. But David Draymond, grow up. That's all I have to say to you. Don't come back and he's answering people online, and just be a better person. Regardless of where your political values lie, which side you fall upon. Don't be a brainwashed. Listen. The Nazis, they did all that shit, and most of the German people said, we didn't know. They knew. Most of them knew, and you know better. Just be a better person and don't sign bombs. It's absolutely grotesque. Absolutely gross. Panel Power. He's got follow-ups. As above, so below. So above. The mind is all. The universe is mental, right? Nothing rests, everything moved, everything vibrates. Everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Everything flows out and in, everything has its tides, all things rise and fall. Every cause has its effect, and every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. Heavy duty today. But yeah. But Laszlo Rocks has the best one. Laszlo Rolka. I thought it says Laszlo Rocks. He says, and he sucks. Yeah, I kind of agree. Please pass on the basher of the day. Who would you like to get it? Name a basher. Name a basher. You're a basher. Wouldn't you like to be a basher like Dave Fahrenheit 451? Who's always who's far and far. But Panel Power, you've got some pretty close. You're gaining. I mean, it's going to be hard to catch the Novak Djokovic of the iBashers world, but hey, Drewby D says, okay, the thumbnail's pretty great. Well, you caught it early on, obviously, because it's your life. Ray Ray's number 4 at the door. Hey, Ray, how are you, beautiful Raphael? Andrew says, prettiest little thing. Also a nice watch. Be kind and have an amazing day. Upvote and subscribe. That's all we can ask. Give it an upvote. If you like a show, community of nice folks, the summer is here. It's 1,000,000 degrees out here in New York City. I went downstairs this morning to do my rose duty. And after the show, I am going to get on my bike. I'm not going to stream. I'm going to, because I just reset up all my bikes, but I haven't ridden them yet. So I'm going to get some air in my tires, maybe a little bit of some grease, and then I'm just going to go for a little late afternoon ride just to get my sea legs back because it's been a while. Anyway, we start with the Andrew Wolkowicz commemorative gong. Drooby do coffee in the Handsome Joe glass. That's how I like to start each and every show when I can. Congratulations to Panel Power. Well done. And Nick Brooker. Hey, Nick Brooker. Happy Sunday, everyone. We'll catch the show later this evening and have a great show. Thanks, Nick. And welcome to the show. Melly C, the beautiful one, the purple one. Happy Sunday, Father Dirk, and all the bashers. Nick Brooker also says, number 6, upvote. If you can. Think that's the highest for me so far. Is it? You're chuffed. Great. Listen, I mean, isn't it great when something happens to great people? We read the news. Like, I'm kind of got sucked into this Facebook thing because a very good friend of mine got attacked online, and I didn't like it. So I went to his aid and tried to not admonish, the detractors, but I tried to educate them as much as I could with facts, but they don't like facts. One guy was saying the BBC says. I was like, you really trust the BBC? They are so lobbied. They are so beholden. They are those kind of news organizations cannot give you the news as it happens. They are so biased. The BBC has been biased for years, and it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. Nick, everything in time. In time, indeed. You get there. You get there. Let's give it to Nick. Should we give it to Nick? Panel, pow, panel, power. Coming back for you. Carolyn Martin shows up with the big guns. 1999, the Sunday Super Chat. Hey, beautiful one. How are you? How do you like that, Drooby Drooby Doo? With your favorite watch in the whole wide world, he got a GMT Master 2. Amazing. I need to work on some new ones. I know. And now that I have this new supercomputer, I should be able to do a lot, right? Keeping the lights on at the iBashers. Thank you very, very much, my darling. Much appreciated, as always. Then we have Renaissance. Dear Julian, 30 days has September, April, May, and no wonder all the rest have peanut butter except my old grandmother. She rides a little red tricycle. I don't know what that means, but it's very interesting. 30 days have September, April, June, and no wonder all the rest have peanut butter. That's pretty great. When a door is ajar, you need to open it fully. And once you are in that room, you need to see what the other doors there might be and where they might lead. Hey, that's, listen, does anybody believe in clairvoyance? Does anybody, do any of the Bashies, the Basharoonies, the Basharisti, any of you guys believe in psychics? Does anybody believe that people have energy? I do to an extent. Well, I do, because I think certain people have some kind of sage thing. I've met a couple of people who kind of dazzled me with information that they should not and could not actually have. And one was a long, long time ago when I was a deli clerk at a supermarket in Shopwell, the place where I used to slice Donald Trump's mom's cold cuts. This woman was a temporary, because somebody called in sick. It was a big company. And they just sent somebody in to help me work the day, because I was the guy manning the counter and she was the manager. Anyway, so we're in the back, and I think we were like making croissants or whatever we were doing, proofing things. And she goes, "What's going on with the bands?" And I was just like, "Oh, blah, 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 this, that, or the other." And she's like, "You have two sisters and a brother, right?" And I was like, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how does this lady know that? And she goes, "Listen, I want to let you know that you're going to be approached by a bunch of people within the next year, and they're going to try to lead you outside of the group you're in and put you in other places, and you should be very careful." And then I realized that she was reading me. And we had this long conversation. She knew a lot. She gave me a lot of sage advice. Of course, I never became a giant rock star, but I was like, now I know I'm staying with my band. I'm going to be a big rock star. She didn't have that part right. But that's like saying, didn't Dionne Warwick know that, her psychic friends were all full of shit? But how many people out there believe in that stuff? It's interesting. Whatever the truth, science today agrees that everything is destined to return to chaos. It calls this inevitable fate entropy, part of the great cycle from chaos to order and back again to chaos. We just heard that from Panel Power. Agreed, you guys are all on the same page today. A story should have a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order, as a lot of filmmakers do, which is pretty damn cool. Some of the greatest films don't start out at the beginning, in the middle, the end. And I tend to like that. I'm just done with the oneer. No more one shots, guys. They're boring and they kind of are unsettling. The beautiful Hitesh is here. Happy Sunday bashing number 9. Upvote if you can. Upvote if you can, Hitesh. And if you really want to smell fresh, if you want to feel great, if you want to feel like you just had the best shower in your whole entire life, go to the Vancouver Brothers Soap Company .Canada. That's Vancouver Brothers Soap Company .Canada. Why? Because good things happen to great people, right? His son started this company. He gave me some samples. They're great. Carolyn Martin, you got 2 bars coming your way. You deserve it, because you're a great person and you deserve to feel fresh and clean like everybody else. Why shouldn't you? Ray Ray with a $20 super sticker. Ray, yeah. Thank you, Ray Ray. Let's give you what do you want the most, Ray Ray? Why don't you tell me off the bat what you want? Tell me what you want. I'm gonna give you a little placeholder right now. I'm gonna give you Gong Woman 3. Thank you, Ray Ray. This is very, very sweet of you, because you're the sweetest. You're so sweet. Congratulations and happy Sunday. Hey, Mart, you sent some great shots today. Excellent sermon. Thanks, buddy. You know, because good things should happen to great people. And Drewby Do is a prime example of one of these once in a lifetime characters that you'll meet in your life that actually walks the walk and talks the talk. You know, let's get a better look. Let's go back and ogle over his beautiful new watch and how it sits on his wrist beautifully. Look at that. He deserves it. And I said, isn't this great? He's got 2 watches now that will absolutely be super shareable with Heather, because we all know the ladies love GMT Master 2s, our very own Carolyn Martin. And of course, Ellen, even though she's a pariah now. Do we think Ellen deserves that kind of treatment? Now, is she a bad person or is she just a tough boss? Is she a bad person? Oh, she was mean to me at work. Like, I had a boss that was mean to me at work. I don't like her. I don't know. I mean, she's done, but does she deserve to be done? Was it all just so fake? I don't know. Anyway, look at that. Look at the way it sits on his wrist. Absolutely perfect. You deserve it, buddy boy. 100 million, zillion, quadrillion %. You deserve it. Kevin Landon, upvoted number 10 today. Happy Sunday, Master Dirk, and all the bashers. Working an hour earlier today, so I'll catch the replay after work. Take care. I'm back to regular time, 2:05. Take care, stay safe, and be good. Be good to yourself. I always sing that song. It's a Journey song that I don't really know. I know it's on that terrible Raised on Radio record, which isn't good. Drooby Doo. Upvoted number 11. Cheers, Dirk. No, cheers to you. Thanks for being an inspiration to all of us, because you really and truly are, because you walk the walk and talk the talk. Here's an update on Bubble. So Bubble the cat. So Bubble the cat is the cat that visits Rose's house. Now, Rose's apartment is on the street level. It's very odd. She's got a patio in her back, and her patio is on the roof of the basement of her building because there's such a incline in the earth. So the front of her apartment is on the street, but the back of her apartment slopes down, so the basement is exposed, and it was a physical fitness place. And I won't get into what people are trying to do. Anyway, Bubble the cat is not her cat per se. It's a cat. And he's been coming there for the better part of, I don't know, 6-7 years, quite a while. And I say he, but I think he is incorrect, because he comes and he suns on her patio, but he goes to the neighbors in the back and he climbs a fence. Did I ever show the picture of him climbing the fence? He climbs a trellis. He goes up and he climbs up and he climbs down. It's the cutest thing ever. Bubble's been gone for like 4 days. I'm super duper worried. Like, where's Bubble? And then I'm like, maybe Bubble got knocked up and Bubble's a girl, because I don't know. He won't let me touch him, or she won't. And so last night, when I close up Rose's house around 11:30 midnight and put her to bed and make sure she's got her whatever she wants, and turn all the lights out. So I keep the patio door open, and I put out dry food, wet food, and a big thing of water and some Temptations inside the house, because Bubba likes to come in her house, eat, look around, and walk away. All the food this morning was gone. So unless she has a raccoon coming in and visiting, I don't know who else. And we certainly don't have squirrels that can eat that much. But it was a big can, 2 big cans of Fancy Feast, 2 cans. I put extra food out in case Bubble is actually, taken care of. She's eating for 4 or 5 or 6, because there's no reason Bubble would be here, and it's weird. So I hope to have a Bubble sighting, but then there's obviously some kittens to be had. So here we go again. Louise, beautiful Louise. Hello, good evening, Dirk. Good evening to you. It's afternoon. It's only 2 in the afternoon. Thank God it's not evening yet, because this weekend went way too fast. How are you, beautiful lady? And a watch enthusiast to boot. Andy M is here. Good day, Father Dirk. Wishing you and yours only good things. And that's the guy that started this phrase from the beginning. Only good things. And that's what Drooby does. And that's what most of the bashers do. except on Friday nights when we get a little sassy and mean, but that's okay too. And I'll put the Patreon of beautiful people on Sunday, as I always do. Thanks to everybody for keeping the lights on and just being great neighbors. Thank you very, very much for allowing me to come into your, your lives on the daily basis, and maybe on a Tuesday or a Thursday or on a Friday. It doesn't matter. But Sunday Mass is where we're thankful for all the things that we have. I especially am grateful to all of you for that. So thank you very much to that. Andy M. Robin's Bird, the beautiful. Hello, darling. Hello, all. Hello, Robin's Bird. I love that starry, starry night. I always love that picture. It's amazing. Excellent sermon. Thank you very much. Mark upvoted. Happy Sunday. Wow, very, very nice. Congratulations. Yeah, he says, "Oh shucks, Andrew." Why not? Andy M's in the room. June. I know. Isn't that so cute that they named her June? Because they found her in June. Amazing. Nick Brooker's here. Oh, yeah. Hey, he's here. Happy root beer, Drew. Amazing. Congratulations, and richly, richly, richly deserved. Yeah, I mean, who gets he got 2 calls this year. Well, last year, I guess. For Christmas, he got the Panda Daytona that everybody wants that watch. And the root beer is historically really, really hard to get. Because not many people are going for the full gold. They want that one. That's the only way you can get it, because that don't come on steel. Melly C says, well done, Drew. Wear it in good health. The best health. We wish you the best day. And that's another component of, like we lost our Julie last November, and she was truly one of the greatest people, most helpful, kindest. And, I know so many scumbags, and I just can't believe that they walk the earth. And that's what I meant in my speech. How in the world do some of these rotten, evil people, how do they have such longevity when all they do is spew it? Like, it's got to be cancer for the soul, right? It just has to be cancer for the soul. How in the world can they sustain that? And then you see somebody young and beautiful and kind and generous and with an open heart, and they just get, it's like kids with cancer. I'll never understand children with cancer. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. That's the one thing that makes me really doubt, what, Robin's Bird says, nice. Andy M says, lovely Rolex. Congratulations. It's a very, very, very hard call to get, but you know what? You're going to get a lot of calls now because you're like royalty on the Rolex list. Oh, I know somebody who waited 3 years to get a call for that watch. And you know what's really crazy? They waited so long that they had bought other watches and they had to decline the call because they weren't prepared for it, because they didn't think they were ever going to get it. And they finally got the call for that exact watch. And I was like, just charge it. You got to get it. The guy's like, you know what? On principle, I'm not going to do it, because he bought an Omega. So, and it happens. Billy G is here. Good evening, folks. Good evening to you, Billy G. Hope to see you more on the show. I'm so grateful you've been around a lot lately. And Mart, congratulations. Great Rolex from Mart and Bronson. The beautiful, giant, beautiful Sheba of a cat. And we got some great shots from the Gallery of Bashtards tonight. Did I get some news? Carolyn Martin, Millie update. Oh, great. Thanks. Got some great, obviously I've got some stuff from Friday, because I don't really do much of that on Friday, because me and the big guy just sit around and shoot the shit for a while. Andrew Wolkowicz says, I've always had more respect for those that try and fail, but try again, and those who will never try. Yeah, well, I mean, what is that old adage? It's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. I would agree that's probably true, You know what I'm rereading right now? I'm rereading, I read the Elton John book. It's called Me, and it came out a couple of years ago. But I'm listening to the audiobook now, and Taron Egerton reads it, and Elton reads the forward. And, this is a guy, regardless, Elton John's career and his life. We all feel like we're related to him. We all know him and his story so well. But man, he had a lot of hardship growing up. His dad was kind of a military, kind of very strong, silent, and dismissive fella, and didn't treat this aspiring young rock star and homosexual very well. But Elton handles these things with such grace. And people think of him now and I think he's super rich, and he's sometimes garish, and of course he's been garish a lot of the time, but that guy's lived like 50 lives, and he's applied all the love, and he never had love. He married a woman because he felt like he had to, and then he finally found love. Now he's got children and he's got a family, and it's like he just can't believe it happened to him. Like all the good things happen to him, and he is a great person because he does a lot of charitable work, and he does it on the down low. Like people like George Michael, after he died, we found out that he had given away more than 50% of his fortune to charities. He didn't want anybody to know, and that's like, and then he dies. I mean, he had a bit of, nobody knew the extent of his self-destruction, but apparently it was pretty bad. Drugs, alcohol, lots of cruising. Timing is perfect, Dirk. I sit in an empty beer garden looking at the bay. I wish I was with you, Ray, because that sounds like absolute paradise. I'm going to have a beer today because it's so hot, and I have an icy cold Sapporo. I didn't even realize it was there. It's on the door of my fridge. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a Sapporo today, Andrew Wolkowicz says, new drugs thrown to you. You're talking about Ozzy sounding so great. Listen, a lot of things can happen for a singer. He might have had a steroid injection. Singers do that. We've all seen how that affected John Bon Jovi in his career. And I'm going to fix this. This chair's too low. He relied on steroids so much in his career. Yeah, people don't understand that John Bon Jovi's vocal repertoire is as hard, if not harder, than many rock singers. It was very, very high and very raspy, very difficult repertoire. He doesn't get half the credit he should get as a singer. He's a great rock singer. But he wrecked his voice. I don't know if there's any coming back from that, but the elephant in the room, Steven Tyler. How in the world did he sound so great? He had a vocal hemorrhage a year ago, and Aerosmith were on the road. They canceled the tour. They said that's the end of Aerosmith. Steven cannot physically ever get better. There's no way for his vocal cords to ever heal. It's not possible. And what happened? He sounded like a god last night. He looked great. 77 years old. Sounded amazing. Looked incredible. Did Train Kept the Rollin'. And he did Walk This Way. It sounded fantastic. So good things happen. That guy's lived a life and a half. Probably months of practice. I'm sure they have been practicing quite a bit, and they do it. Carolyn Martin says, we need upvotes, community. Hey, thanks so much. Upvote if you can to the show. It's Sunday Mass. I know everybody's had a long weekend and all that stuff. And I promised some really interesting things this week. I'm trying to mix it up because I know that, like Friday night was a very quiet night. But in the United States, it's a holiday weekend. Friday night is usually our best attended show. And but it was a good show, I thought. It was a show. I had a really good time. I really did. I thought it was good. It wasn't the biggest turnout in the whole wide world, but what are you going to do? Ray, upvote, please. You're not a scab, are you? Dirk, did you look into the Ray-Ban glasses that connect your... Yes, I did. Those are like spy glasses. Let's find those. Ray-Ban spy glasses. Yeah, they look great. They're $300. They're Meta AI glasses here. I did look into these, Andrew. These things are nuts. I mean, here we go. Is that who I think it is? Is that Mama Kardashian? Look at that. You can see the lenses in these. You can see that you got to get black ones, right? Meta Ray-Ban Meta Wayfarers. God, I like the ones with the green lenses on them. Well, they come in lots of different styles. So here's what they say about these glasses. Ready for the next generation of AI glasses? These Ray-Ban Meta collection combine the latest in wearable tech with authentic Ray-Ban design to keep you connected wherever you go. I don't care about connection. I just care about a camera. The Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses take all the features of Ray-Ban stories and elevate them to meet what users really want. But is there a camera in this? Oh yeah, it's got in the outer corner of each lens is a discrete ultra wide 12 megapixel camera that produces bold images and videos. The improved camera records at 1080p of up to 60 seconds. Oh, okay. I wouldn't use it for that, which you can share with that. But live streaming, I mean, it's a great idea for the show. Let's see if I can do Ray-Ban glasses for live stream. Yeah. Do they work? Can you live stream with Ray-Ban glasses? You can start a live stream to connect to with your followers in real time through Ray-Ban glasses. Yeah, you can. Look at that. I wouldn't. Yeah, you get 60 seconds as video, but obviously it's got storage in it. That's very interesting. I finally tried. I can't pull up a video because I'll just get busted for it. Can you believe that we got busted for that one song? Yes. Dana got up and sang some song. It turns out it was a Rihanna song. I don't know the song because I don't know her repertoire, except the Umbrella song. We got demonetized for that one song. All right, whatever. It's fine. Buddy Hell upvoted 20. Hey, number 20, that's a great one. Buddy Hell, great to have you in the room. How are you, buddy? You can't argue with stupid people. No, you cannot argue with stupid people, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't bother the Karens of the world and all those kinds of people who just thrive on douchery and upsetting the apple cart. I just spilled Diet Coke all over my desk, so that's what I'm doing right now. It overflowed. But why bother? Why would anybody bother doing that? I've finally gotten to the point where I'm not interested in arguing my point. I don't really care. You guys all know what my points are, and it's fun to have a debate every once in a while, to hear what another side says, because listening is very important in this world. But arguing with people is absolutely pointless. I don't have the time to argue with people. Nor do I care. Nor do I care to do so. I'm not gonna. But you're right. Melly C's 100% right. Pass it on to Laszlo Roca. Oh, that's very nice of you. Has he ever had one? He's been in the show a couple of times. Laszlo Rocks. I'm sorry, Laszlo. I always call you Laszlo, but that name's probably not real anyway. But is it? Maybe. Yeah. Where are you from? It's a very cool name. Sounds like a spy name. Laszlo Roca. I always look at it and I see Laszlo Rocks, because I bet you do. I bet you 100% do. But thanks for that. Most news stations that are subsidized by government tend to follow the party line. Yeah, that's true. Well, they don't follow party lines, they say, but of course they do, because it's the lobbyists, which should be illegal. That should be, you have somebody like APAC out there doing the dastardly beefs. It's terrible. More coffee headed your way, Dirk. One of the batches lists the flavor profile as clover honey, orange Aperol spritz gardenia. Hey, man, listen, you too kind to me. I want you to bask in the don't feel, please don't. She's just too kind. You're just way too kind. Let's just celebrate you for a change. How about that? He's a very humble fella. You really and truly are. And listen, man, I think you deserve the honors, man, and that's all I have to say. Thank you, and I love the coffee. I believe in psychics, despite being a devout Christian. I had a dog and horse whisperer tell me things that were amazing. I think you can be both. There's nothing, because I think the Bible's a load of shit, because that's just a bunch of guys, who witnessed things. I like the teachings of Christ and, being Christ-like and all those things, within reason, of course. But like all the laws and all that stuff, that men made that shit up later on. That's why I always think that, I take my Catholicism with a grain of salt. Just don't be a bad person. Just try not to be a bad person. And, yeah, I think you can be both. Why not? Why can't you be? Definitely not. People walk around quoting the Bible. I have no time for that horse shit. It's like, oh God, I don't even read the directions when I get a new, piece of electronics. She might have seen that your life was far happier on one path than the other. Being successful might not mean filthy rich with money, but with people that love you, it totally means that, you know? Of course, everybody wants enough to enjoy their pursuit of happiness and have the stability that they need in their life. And that should be afforded to all. Everyone should be afforded the ability to survive. You know, taking things away from people unnecessarily for causes that befit people who are in a higher strata should never be the norm. I don't know. And that's the most unchristlike thing in the whole wide world, you know? But yeah, love is everything, man. Absolutely everything. Kevin Hawthorne, good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. Our favorite guy down in Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, thank you so much and happy Sunday to you. You're one of those exemplary people that every single day you walk the walk and you talk the talk, you know? Some people deserve to get caught in the rain. Yeah, it's funny. It makes me think of, ooh, I hear laughter in the rain. We were listening to some Neil Sedaka the other day because Paul's on the couch on his computer. And the original version of that song is like from the 50s, right? And it's good. It's just, you know, it's an upbeat kind of rock and roll song. But man, that 70s version he did was incredible. And what a great, well, amazing songwriter. But what a great singer he was. It was tell me that you're leaving. I can't believe it's true. Oh man, incredible. Did you see that Dr. Squatch, the U.S. soap company, got bought out by Unilever for 1.5 billion USD? Wow. Vancouver Brothers soap. Where is it? Let me listen. Let's get Hitesh's son into the billionaires club. Vancouver Brothers Soap Company. Canada. I did not see that, and you know I bought that once, the tar one, and it was okay. I like Hitesh's son's soap way better. Wow, Unilever. So that's, you know, that's like getting bought out by Nabisco or, you know, Unilever. Unilever is a British company. I know that because they own Hellman's mayonnaise. Wow, that's crazy. I cannot believe that. Well, good things come to him, I guess. I've seen ghost dogs many times in a 600-year-old house I lived in from 3 to 9 years old. My dad did as well. I've also experienced a very dark presence in a 220-year-old house in Sydney. Oof. Yeah, I've never seen. I'm open for that. I'm open for aliens. I'm open for apparitions. I'm open. I'm absolutely open 100% for any of that stuff, and it just never happens. As a matter of fact, I don't even, you know, like I always thought Dinga or Laverne would come back to me in some kind of a dream or no. And I welcome it. I really do. I welcome it. My parents had an old house in Hamilton, Ontario, and between Christmas and New Year's, you could hear people in the dining room and living room laughing and toasting, but not make out what was said. Ooh, that's creepy. Whispering's creepy. Whispering's creepy. I didn't. Thanks. I'll look into it. Yeah, it's amazing stuff. You might get bought by Procter and Gamble or Colgate Palmolive. I hope that you do. I mean, those Dr. Squatch commercials, they were everywhere on YouTube and on the television. I just couldn't get, they were just everywhere. But wow, Dr. Squatch, huh? $1 billion. Wow. And now, what did that take? A year? How long has that been out? Not so long, you know? Number 2, Gong Woman 3. I want Al Pacino being a bad boy on a Sunday. Do I have Al Pacino? I do. Oh, you want me to say that Sunday, though? How about I'll give it to it's Sunday. I'm not going to give you the it's Sunday. There's a lot of cursing in that one. That wouldn't be so nice. Tuesday it'll be the first one I do. I think some people lost their souls so long ago that they don't remember peace or hope. Yeah. Netanyahu. I just got a pop-up that says your printer's out of paper. My printer's not even on. Weird. We will all be judged, if not in this life, then in the next. Yeah. Well, that's the whole basis of it all, right? believing in heaven and hell. And I don't think that those things exist. When people see that white light in that tunnel, I think that's like the shutdown. Everybody seems to experience the same thing. And that just sounds like some form of sleepy dream thing that happens when people die, I'm assuming. But I do believe that energy goes on. And the energy that people have there's no way that can be gone forever. There's just no way. I can't imagine that to be true. I just can't. Beautiful Rolex. I almost got that one too a couple of years ago during pandemic time. Walked into my local ID and asked about the Batman. The salesperson said, "We don't have it, but a two-tone root beer." Oh crap! You just didn't. Oh wow. Yeah, Batman. That was the hard one to get during the pandemic, right? That was also the most difficult period in. That was the bubble. That was the big ass bubble. The house in Sydney was called Rockwall House on Rockwall Crescent, Darlinhurst. The presidents turned on the lights, turned all the lights off when I was in the basement, even turned off my Surefire torch. And I'm glad you don't even live on that continent anymore. They offered to bring it to me and said no. Wish I didn't say no. Well, listen, at the time it just didn't work for you. It just wasn't right. And that makes sense. Andy, total darkness, and in an instant, 10 degrees centigrade. Oh, yeah, that's the big thing that the ghosts apparently do change the temperature. Terrified, even with a gun on me and 30 rounds of ammo, I never went into the basement again. Well, what are you going to do? Shoot a ghost? That's not going to help you. DM, probably a good idea. Thomas Burnett, £1.99. What do you think of Jacob Collier's music? I've heard that name, Jacob Collier. I can't honestly say I know enough about this guy. Do I mean Jacob Collier? Hold on, Jacob Collier. I don't know who he is. Funny. For some crazy reason, my old friend Giselle asked me about this guy called Youngblood, who I'd never heard or seen of ever in my life. And she was sending me some stuff. It turns out he played at the Ozzy show last night. He did changes, and it was great. Jacob Collier. Who is this guy? Oh, he's playing at New York at Summer Stage. When is he playing? He's playing this Friday, August 1st. Oh, sorry. Who is this person? Wikipedia. Jacob Collier is a British singer. He's 30, multi-instrumentalist. His music often features reharmonizations and close harmony. I love that. Okay, I don't know anything about him, but I will check out this Jacob Collier guy. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Thomas. Do you love him? Are you a big fan? I love a great recommendation on some very this Youngblood guy. I was knocked out by him, and then all of a sudden I'm watching the Ozzy Sabbath show, and there he is. I'm going through changes. It was amazing. Thank you, buddy. Didn't know anything about that. Do we do Gallery of Bastards at Sunday? Yes, we do Gallery of Bastards. Yeah, it's coming up in a couple of minutes. Yeah, a couple of minutes. As a matter of fact, it's coming up now. Let's do it. Gallery of Bastards. I have a good one for you guys today. A great one. Here it comes. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots. The sublime the Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. We start off with Mr. Jared Lee. Hey, Jared. Great to have you on the Gallery of Bastards. Very, very nice. Looking great. I love the old versions, man, on the anodized aluminum because I love that wave on those old Seamasters, the 300M. Love this watch. In black on a NATO strap. Fantastic looking watch. Perfect fit on one's wrist. Yeah, this is great. Rolex people always bitch about the bezeling on that. These ones, it was really, really, really good. I happen to love this watch. It's one of my absolute favorites. I love it. Great one, Jared. I think there's another one from you. Let's see. Were there two from Jared? There were. Oh, it's the second one of this. Oh, it's two of the same picture. Okay. Thanks so much, Jared. Thank you for being on the Gallery of Bastards. Thank you. And Patrick Hicks, Chloe is the Sunseeker. Now that's Shag Daddy, my good friend. And you know very well my friend Patrick. And there he is. Oh. Hello, baby. We all love these kitty sun shots. That face, though. You taking pictures of me? Got a lot of Sprite over there, and there's the wine fridge. What's going on in there? What does the W mean? I don't know. It's MLB. Washington? What is the W for? Oh, White Sox, I guess, right? Well, you're a Chicago native, so it could be. Thanks, Patrick. Thank you so much. Where am I? It keeps popping back. I went to this. Mac, photos, watches, Longines, Levin. Hi, Dirk. Thanks for showing my Venice photo. Looking forward to needing to drink. Thank you very much for this. Here's some more watch. Here's some more watch shots for you. Some more Nomos. Yeah, that's great. Hey, man, that's what we're here for. We're here to show off your collections. And that's what you love. We love it too. Hey, man, whatever makes you happy. If it makes you happy. I'll probably get banged for that. It's in the same key. Yeah, it's a great looking watch, man. And this is, I guess you just got it because it looks brandy new and it's one of your faves. Perfect wrist size, too. Look at that. Small seconds. That is very, very, very nice. Very nice. Is that what that means, Scotty H? It means Cubs win. Fly the W. What does that mean, though, the W? I'm a Met fan, so I don't know what any of that means. Thanks, buddy. Those are great shots. Those noses. And they're very professionally looking taking shots. Can I just say that? Very professional looking. Mac. This is Junie taking a nap. Ready for this? Guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at the Junie. The Juniper. Look at her. Oh my God. She's taking a nap on what can only be described as cherry. That obviously this is let's see what this tag says. This tag 4 cats. Only you guys would get some like luxury seating for a cat. Look at that. Is that not the most perfect cat lounge ever? Beautiful Junie. Oh man, we're so happy. To the star of today's eye bashers. Thank you. Drooby doo. It's incredible, man. We're all in awe of you, my friends. We're all in awe. Andrew Olkowicz, Olive made a nest and Morgana watches her. What's happening here? That's a cocoon. We call that the cocoon. Jim Lassing is in the room. Hey, Jimmy. Cubs win. That's what that means. You guys just you fly the W when the Cubs win. See, it's something I didn't know, and I should know. And the Mets have been slaughtering the Yankees in the Subway Series, which makes me kind of happy. Great shots. No attack. We used to get the attack when Murray used to make a ball. Glaucus would attack, or vice versa. This is great shots. Thanks, Andrew. Amazing. Becky Brown from the New Yorker. Ladies and gentlemen, Becky Brown sends us a cartoon. How great is this? This is great. It's for all the fragrance people out there. This saleswoman. Would you like to try a more manly scent? It's gasoline. That's pretty great, Becky Brown. Yeah, guys are afraid of certain scents because they think that they're not masculine, you know. And, you know, that's why men have historically, you know, worn cologne as opposed to parfum or eau de toilette because it's lighter, you know. And like Quercus. Quercus is a cologne. And can't get enough of Quercus, you know. And while it does last all day, it doesn't linger, you know. And I think it's masculine, but a woman could wear it too. Irish Spring. It's good for a man and a woman too. It's wonderful stuff. Thanks. Nick Brooker, Somerset weekend with Tilly. Hey, let's get some Tilly action. A new superstar here at iBashers. Oh, look at this great shot. Elliot Brown. It's a watch brand I'm unfamiliar with, but very cool looking. Great bezel. Great looking bezel, man. Oh my God, how cute is this? Hello. What a great shot. You having a cuppa somewhere? Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, and look. Are you having some doggy ice cream or some real ice cream? Hello, Tilly. What a shot. Oh, you're a beauty. Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Hey, look at that. So that's the logo from that watch, isn't it? Am I wrong here? Oh, no, no. Oh, it is. Oh, this is an Air Force watch. Oh, cool, man. Oh, what a great shot. Look at that. A man and his dog. How fantastic. Oh, what a great shot. Oh, what a really cool thing. Royal Air Force Locking Trade Group 3 Association, dedicated to 1400 RAF and WRAF and foreign. Look at this amazing, like a little tribute here. Fantastic. Oh, man. Great shots. Oh, look at this. Locking Parklands was formerly the site of Royal Air Force Station. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Radio School, established here from 1950 to 1999. Presented by the RAF Locking Apprentices Association. What a piece of history, man. Very cool. Thank you so much. I love learning on the iBashers. Makes me feel smarter. Nick Brooker, thank you so much. That is fantastic. That is really a great shot. iBashers Gallery. Here's Mart. Mart and Bronson. Now that's a statue if I ever saw one. Look at that. On top of a printer. Because you're a cat. You look at there's his food puzzle that he solved so pretty quick, short order. Not all cats can be that smart. That they certainly can. Amazing. Oh, look at you. What a perfect fella. And where's your Q-tip, your beautiful girlfriend? Yeah. Now, all the beds that you have, you even probably have a couple of Amazon boxes kicking around, but you know what? That printer makes a much better place. Yeah. That's great. Great shots, man. Thank you very much. Bronson and Mart, everybody. Melly C. Sunday Mass. Snoopy says. What does Snoopy say exactly? What does he say on this Sunday? The best revenge is none. Heal, move on, and don't become like those who hurt you. I like that. I like that one a lot, Melly C. You're a lesson to be learned by everybody else. Waiting on Sunday Mass, it's Andrew Wolkowicz, his beautiful princess. Getting all these weird printer. Go away. Printer pop-ups. I don't want any printer pop-ups right now. Hello, baby. Are you having a beer right now, Andrew? Now that I'm doing the show, I'm not feeling that. When I was doing errands this morning out in the hot sun, I was like, oh, I would love a cold beer. You beautiful lady. Oh, look at that. That's the whole gang. Well, almost the whole gang. 2/3. What's the temperature up there right now? Is it really super duper hot? Super duper crazy hot? So Julian is here with the gallery for today on this Sunday. His art photography pieces, starting off with this beautiful collection. Look at this stuff. Glass, steel, sky. Oh, wow. Look at that. How interesting. Look at the buttons. What? See, I don't know. I can never tell what's exactly going on here. Wow. Beautiful. What's going on here? Wow. That's great. Oh, look at that. Is that no. This is a reflection on a car. How in the world does that happen? What's going on here? Is there a party going on in there? It almost looks like Pitbull dancing, right? Right? Am I wrong to not look like a Pitbull video? Wow, look at that. All shadows. By the way, this all happens in the lens. Electric Vibes. Oh, I love this. It's a great name for a band or an album. Electric Vibes. What is that? Frontier PS. I love the colors on this one, Julian. Electric Vibes. Very cool. Oof. No idea what's happening here. Upside down, upside down. Keep turning me inside out, round and round. I mean, at first I thought this was a subway platform or a stage, but now I don't know. And that's the beauty of art. Well, very cool. Wow. Beautiful stuff. Oh, wow. What is that? Sculpture? Look at this. I don't understand. Here's these reflections in a window. How in the world could that possibly be? See, this is the trick of what Julian does best. You don't know what's happening in the frame. Oh my. Oh my, that's interesting. Almost like Indian erotic art, right? Or am I looking at that incorrectly? Could be. Is it somebody's face? Wow, very cool colors, Julian. Amazing. Is that a giraffe? It is. I love the giraffe. Amazing. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go through them again. Beautiful stuff, Julian. Thank you so much. There's the giraffe and there's the boobies. Julian, everybody, our resident artiste. Hey, James M. Thank you so much. Joining late, but catching up. Have a good day. Hey, handsome guy. When are you coming to New York? Let's hang out. I miss you, guy. Such a great time. What a sweetheart of a man. Thank you, buddy. I'll give you a big bang boom for that one. Thank you very, 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 very much. Let's go with kazoos. And you ready for this one? Thank you, James M. Ready for this? Oh God, how cute is this Junie today on the countertop? Oh boy. Oh, I mean, that's just she says everything. I played it earlier, but more of the beautiful June. She's so beautiful. Thank you, man. Incredible. Hey, JHB, happy 4th. These some leftovers, because I don't do it on the 4th. We did a 4th of July show. Beautiful panerai. Oof, man. And perfect. You got a big wrist, mother. Look at you. That fits you just right. Just right. And the driving shot. You get to see that beautiful sandwich dial. Absolutely gorgeous watch. I tried it on the 10-day and I loved it. He's having some steak with it. Is that Henkel's? No, it's Wuchthof. Very cool. Enjoying your steak, I hope, for your 4th of July meal. Thanks, buddy. I went yesterday to for Paul's dad's birthday. We went to some French place out on Long Island. It's big. My father-in-law's a big fan of it. The maitre d' was just an absolute. He's not a cool dude at all. I ordered huevos rancheros in a French restaurant. Why did I do that? It was meh. Their coffee was meh. Their French fries were meh. It was kind of meh, But he had steak frite. That's why that reminds me of that. And I hope you enjoyed that. James, Mom Duck and Babies, Italian Greyhound and Boating, the incomparable Mr. James M. Thanks for the super chat and thank you for the pictures. Look at that. Long may she wave, my friend, in the way that we need her to. Look at that, baby. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, look at that. That looks like heaven where you are. Oh, my God. Look at the baby ducks. That looks like absolute heaven, James. Wow. Was there a video? Let me download it. One moment, please. I'll download it. Okay. Hey, this is cool. One moment, please. God, the download's so fast now. Holy smokes. Here we go. Where is that, James? And more pictures of that. Oh, even if that is beautiful wherever you are. That is so beautiful. Thank you for that. How cool is that? Fergal McDermott, Mr. McDermott. Send more pictures of what lake is that? Tell me everything about that. More pictures of you guys on the lake having a great time for 4th of July. That's the way to do it. Oh, look at you. Aren't you being funny in black and white? That's perfect. Isn't it perfect? Look at that. It's great, Ferg. Amazing. And in color. In color and in black and white. Whose album is that? That's really smart. Smart of you to do that. And of course, what would be Fergal without Christopher Ward? Looking great. The UTC World Timer. It's a great looking watch. Great looking watch. Fantastic. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. And Andrew Ogowich. Andrew, Sunday Mass wants pets. Andrew's got like a thing for his own feet. I think he's just trying to get us all into the web. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna crop your feet out because I don't have such a thing. Oh, look at you, beautiful senor. How are you? You're beautiful. Thank you very, very much. What a great Gallery of Bastards today, guys. Guys, if you want to send me stuff to the Gallery of Bastards, you know how to do it. You send it to basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. You share it with me and I share with the world. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublime views of words. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me and I share with the world. HB says, glad to catch you live. Glad to catch you live. And thank you for the photographs. They were gorgeous. Andy M says, Andrew, bigger and scarier security offers had worse experience than me. One guy, 35 kilos of pure muscle. Sounds like a scrawny guy. 4 black belts, gun on hip, torch, total darkness. Oh, that's the ghosts. Thomas Burnett says, Neil Sedaka is an absolute master. He is, man. I saw him live and it was hit after hit after hit. He's incredible. They say that breaking up is hard to do. Now I know that it's true. That's what I was thinking of. He did Laughter in the Rain and Breaking Up, so he redid both of those songs, and they're amazing. Incredible. Just goes to show you a great song can be arranged any which way to be great. Tesh says, Melly C, let's hope so. The light in the tunnel effect at death is most likely the last photons detected by the optic nerve, probably. NBA Youngblood is the legend. I don't know what that means. Hey, Tap 1999. I was talking about Youngblood, the singer from the UK. He's really, really, really good. Beautiful. Omega. If the world got rid of cash and religion, would it not be a better place? It totally, well, in theory. I can't stop singing the Gallery of Bastards song. It's an earworm. If I found myself singing it at work team meetings on Friday, I keep telling Emmett we should. Emmett wrote that for me. We decided to start writing some stuff together, and he's so quick and so prolific that he's like, how about this one? I was like, okay, and yeah, and he even wrote the vocal melody and the lyrics and everything. He just told me to sing it. I was like, okay. Yeah, so I didn't need to rewrite anything. Amazing. But yeah, I always say we should finish that song. We should do a whole thing. Love the Omega. Me too. Kitty Sun Chasers. Cubs win. Thanks, Jimmy Lassick. I had no idea that's what that was. No idea. Andy M says June Hearts. Love little June's black nose. So cute. So cute. Oh my goodness. You guys are all dying from that. Oh, Olive. I know we all love the Olive. She's so pretty. Andy M says, gorgeous, Andrew. And Morgana only swipes at others when they pass her by. Well. Hey, Top Dog. How are you doing, my dear friend, Top Dog? We love you, man. Hearts out to you. You know, he's had a time, man. We love you, man. We're here for you. You let me know what's going on. Tilly, we love the Tilly. Hey, Top Dog. Yeah, everybody's happy to see you in the room, man. You know, because listen, you're our brother, man. Remember that. Bronson rocks, of course. Beautiful. Thanks from Robin's Bird. Amazing. No, I wish I have to work tonight. It's 31 degrees Celsius. That's hot up there. Wow. Just in apologies, working tonight. Sent in a few. Oh, well, we're happy to have you and thank you. Nick Brooker loves Julian's fuss because he's a master, a true master of photography and art. Julian. I sent a late picture. Yeah, I got it. If it's there, I play it, man. Hope everyone is well. Pan paradise, indeed, Andy. Yeah. Hey, there's Aaron. Happy 4th. Hey, happy 4th to you with your wonderful Neil Peart picture. I like how your brother goes, Neil Peart. Remember when we all called him Neil Peart? Or Peart, right? That's what a lot of people say. He's Canadian. It's Peart. Great picture. Yo, Jim, everybody's happy to see you. We all need a Christopher Ward. I know they're so beautiful, right? You know, did I not get Eminem Madness? God, am I missing Eminem Madness? Hold on. Holy crap, you're so like I'm looking. Oh my God. Apologies. It went in my spam folder. Google Mail. How dare you put Eminem Madness in the spam folder? Oh my God, of course. Look at this portraiture. What a great way to end the Gallery of Bastards, though. Oh my God, look at this picture. This looks like portraiture, like Scavulo. Eminem Madness, smoking Mindy Madness. Yeah. Oh, Mindy. Wound up in my spam folder. Why in the world did it do that? Is it from a different email address? How dare you, Google Mail? Look, you never see her doing this ever. And look at it. She's such an angel while sleeping. Oh my goodness gracious, pretty lady. Too much. Oh, look at the Mork giving Carolyn the eye. Uh-oh. That's just for you, Carolyn. Oh my God, how great. Mork. You're just too much. He's such a character, too. Look at him. He looks serious, but we know he's a big mush. She just wants to hug him and kiss him and hug him and kiss him and squeeze him. Oh, look at Mork. Oh, with the big stretch. Look at the claws. Oh boy. So beautiful. He's got like the perfect little fingerless gloves. This is the face that Mindy won when she won that time because of the cuteness factor. Is just too damn much. Way too much. I mean, come on. Oh, Mindy. You're a devil. But oh, she's having a big yawn. Hello. Yawny lady. So great. Eminem, thank you, Melly C, because it wasn't there, it was in my spam folder. Nah, I hope that better not happen again. Oh, look at this mocha. Look at these shots are cool. And there's like a yellowing to them that makes it look great. So good. Thank you so much for those, guys. Thank you for that. Now let's do it the real way, right? The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. I always say, if I'm still online and you send me a picture, I will send it. And that's Malaga. There it is. Looking great. Look at that rooftop shot. It looks hot there, though. I bet it is. Thank you so much for that from Steve. And one more from John, from JHB. Oh, look at this. Hey, great. Landed on a watch today. Great. Yeah, it's a great looking shot on rubber. You have very good taste in watches, my dear friend. I must say, 100%. Thank you very, very much. Next, Vermeer 1163, Apollo 11. Hey, look at this. Look at this. And the bashes keep rolling in. Woof. Oh boy. This is a very, very uber crazy special piece. Hey, Nathaniel Hannon, are you watching the show right now? Holy smokes. Ooh, solid gold. That is absolutely the onyx indices incredibile. Oh, This is look at that fit on you too. Holy macaroni 3861. Outrageous. Outrageous, man. What an absolute shot. Vermeer, thank you so much. Dirk, I thought you would appreciate this, Speedy. Yeah. Oh, it's you. Okay, I'm not gonna say who it is, somebody I know very well. But he's Vermeer. Hey, Vermeer. Oh, that's great. Yeah. What a dream watch that is. And I'm not the biggest Goldie Gold guy in the whole wide world, but macaroni, that's crazy town. Wow, that's incredible. Gallery of Bastards, guys. Thank you so much. Dave Fitzsimons, being the Bastard, is lighting a candle for all the Basharisti, and much love to all the cat members of the clan. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Ray's on his 6th pint. Eminem wound up in spam. It's criminal. How dare they do that to us? How I missed the Millie update? What is going on here? Look at this. Look at this stuff. You know what it is? Maybe because I'm using Opera. Maybe that's why. I'm using a different browser. Millie update. Oh my God, I did. Sorry about that. But hey, I found it. You said it. Here it is. Here's a Millie update. There's a whole bunch of stuff in spam. Look at Millie. Oh my God. Just too damn much. You know what? You're probably going to get a call from the 80, but you get the call from the 80 all the time, don't you? Oh, Millie update. And there's another picture in there too. Perfection. Yeah, well, sure. Sure. Indeed. 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 This is a beautiful watch. Oh, this was you in Italy. Look at that. Well, that coffee looks absolutely delicious. Oh, perfect watch on the Jubilee. Green dial. Date just. What a fun way to go. Incredible. Incredible. Guys, thanks so very much for a beautiful, beautiful Sunday Mass. Today's show dedicated to Drooby Doo and the incomparable stuff. He got his 2-tone root beer today, and he deserves it. You know why? Because he's a good person. And of course, I don't do the usual outro on Sunday Mass. So go in peace to love and serve the bash. We'll be back on Tuesday, regular bat time, 5:05 p.m. And thanks to the super chatters today for keeping the lights on at the Bashers: Andrew Wolkowicz, Carolyn Marsh, and Ray, Thomas Burnett, and James M. And of course, the beautiful, incredible, wonderful, couldn't do it without you, Patreon Pantheon. Thank you so very much to everybody for bringing so much joy and love to the world. We are super duper and crazy grateful to you for all of that stuff. I'll be back on Tuesday, as I said, for Speedy Tuesday. Until then, go in peace to love and serve the Bash. In nome di Padre, I Fili, I Spiritu Santi. Amen. The choir suite here.